Greetings, my friend, my small friends. This is Calculon, star of all my circuits.
All my circuit. I've been processing this for some time, Monique, and, well, will you marry me?
Oh, Calculon.
And you're listening to my unholy acting talent on Brigade Radio. Dramatic pause. One!
You're listening to Brigade-Radio-One.
Mic off the stand, you're in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back producer, writer of Family Guy, Mr. Gene Laufenberg. Duckman! Who said Duckman?
I said Duckman.
Hold. Of course, the cast of regular show knows Duckman. Mark Amato. Actually, Mark Amato's not here, but he sent Keanu Reeves to fill in for him.
Swear to God, can I talk in my own voice?
No. Stand up, Mark Amato.
me. Yeah.
Okay. Can you?
What? A little. You want more Keanu? No.
Yeah, can I have some Keanu?
How about we change things up here, kiddo? Because the time has come to do a little Christopher Walken. He's a good guy.
Wow, Michael Caine. I thought that was Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
We actually have a battery of privileges for you tonight to get this going. Corey, I'm going to publicly shame you in a second. Okay. And he's up for it. Combat radio would not be combat radio without its show pharaoh, otherwise known as the producer of Friends, The New Adventures of Old Christine, a man over there doing two pilots at once but took a break to be here tonight, Mr. Jeff Astroff. Jeff, come on up.
Yes.
You can take the one you want comfortable. He's got a Bud Light. This guy is genius. He is the combat radio show pharaoh. Now, we've got our hosts in position. Let me show you a little bit of what you're in for tonight. Gene, you're going to probably want to step to the right.
I just might.
Duckman, move to the left or the right. This is tonight's special feature. At some point tonight, there will be a special feature. At some point, it's coming up. The lights are... Here we go.
Beyond the darkness, beyond the human evolution, is Khan, a genetically superior tyrant. Exiled to a barren planet, banished by a starship commander he is destined to destroy. Left for dead, he has survived.
I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia and round the Antares maelstrom and round perdition's flames before I give him up. There she is. There she is.
Shield's collapsing, Captain.
Can you give me phaser power? A few shots, sir.
Not enough against their shields.
The base is starboard.
Scotty, I need warp speed in 3 minutes or we're all dead. I've done far worse than kill you. I've hurt you. And I wish to go on hurting you. I shall leave you as you left me. Marooned for all eternity. Buried alive. Buried alive. Sean! Sean!
At the end of the universe lies the beginning of vengeance. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. The 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to embark in a new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the director of Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan, Mr. Nicholas Meyer.
Nicholas Meyer, everybody. Come on up. There he is. There he is. Come on up. You want to sit on the stool? Yeah, let's hook him up. Can we do a quick adjustment and get him on the stool? I want to actually point out that Nicholas Meyer, actually, in exchange, not only did he direct one of the greatest movies of all time, which is Wrath of Khan, and one of the best sequels. Give it up for Wrath of Khan. Also nominated for an Oscar for The 7% Solution, directed Time After Time, Undiscovered Country. Obviously, he's a bit of a genius. But what's special about him tonight is as soon as he walked through the door, he was besieged by somebody who said, hey, if I make a donation to social services, will Nicholas sign some stuff for me? And Nicholas immediately said yes. So give it up for him. And Nicholas, first of all, thank you for coming out. You're one of Combat Radio's favorites, a brilliant conversationalist. And you're like looking around going, what happened to my Wednesday evening where I ended up with you guys?
I'm at a loss for words.
You know what? I need to give you another applause. Give it up for Nicholas Meyer. All right. We got some surprises planned for you tonight, but to start with, Nicholas, as a director and as the director of Wrath of Khan, how was Mark Amato's Captain Kirk?
Please.
The Keanu Reeves was really good.
That's honesty at its best.
Oh, my.
And is Sulu?
That's perfect. That was spot on.
Do you have
Why,
any
thank you, Nicholas. Oh, my.
Now what do you want to do?
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming out.
Yes.
What's really unique about tonight is not only did you direct William Shatner twice, but Jeff Astroff here, who produced Friends, also did Shit My Dad Says, starring Shatner. And he had to deal with Shatner on a weekly basis. I guess deal with is probably not the right phrase, but you guys have Shatner in common.
Experience. He still felt like he was captain of the Enterprise when I dealt with him at 79 years old. I don't know. Did he stick to the script? Your script?
Absolutely.
Really?
Did he really?
For us, he saw everything as an improv exercise, and he thought it was offensive to be holding a script when people came in, so he would just kind of ad-lib whatever he thought, and some of his thoughts were still stuck, I think, with Khan, and some of them were still stuck with the women he's made love to that he talked about.
If you're going to repeat from the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Astroff was a little put off because the first thing Shatner said when he met him is, "You're no Nicholas Meyer, buddy." And Astroff said,
He didn't say that.
Well, go with my story, Nick. I mean, I'll tell you what Shatner said. I actually met him across the street at Aroma. I think you guys know the story where I was sitting out front, and all of a sudden there's an empty table, and Shatner sits in front of it, and he's fidgeting for a few minutes. And Astroff can probably add some magic to this. And he suddenly looks to me and he goes, doesn't say hello. He just looks at me and goes, "My dilemma is, if I get up to order coffee, I lose the table." And I'm like, he's putting me on. I mean, obviously. Anyway, did he do a lot of that with you?
I have so many favorite stories, not as many as you do, I'm sure. But although he sounds much more pre-dementia when you dealt with him. You
want to sit there, Nick? You want to take a seat?
No, I'm wondering. Latterly, it occurred to me that I was supposed to be there.
No, but I mean, you can move. I mean, you're the director. You want to restage it?
No, I didn't know what to do, so I walked to where the chair was. But
that's what all the stars do. Is they take. Anyway, continue, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I'd rather look at your back if you. I'm fine. It's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot here.
All right. So Shatner.
So Shatner. We had this kid who was he was a day player. He came in to have like one line in the show, and he came up during rehearsals. He came up to William Shatner and he screwed up all his courage, and said to him, "Excuse me, Mr. Shatner, I'm a huge fan. If I can get an autograph." And Bill just turned to him and goes, "Not now, asshole," and walked. And this poor guy gets to meet Captain Kirk, and he was reduced to "not now."
What's his name?
Cary Grant used to charge money for autographs.
Did he really? How much?
It was like $0.25 or something. But if you wanted his autograph, you paid him.
Really? That's the way a lot of these guys do it now at conventions and such. You know, I want to actually tell an interesting story, Nicholas. One of the conversations, oddly enough, on the day Leonard Nimoy passed away, Nicholas was set to do combat radio. And what's interesting about that was not only did we lose an icon that Nicholas had worked with multiple times, but Nicholas had directed him in a funeral scene. You know, the final scene of Wrath of Khan where he shoots him out in a torpedo.
Well, he was dead. Yeah, there was not a lot of directing involved in that.
Yeah, but you had to direct. But I actually thought it was very noble of Nicholas to still make the appearance, even though I admitted on air that I was a complete tool for making you do the show. And you're like, look, it is what it is. He was a great man. He's gone, and I'm happy to talk about him. But you said that Leonard Nimoy always told a story that you directed that scene dressed as Sherlock Holmes, which is odd because you got an Oscar nomination for doing the Sherlock Holmes movie, 7% Solution, where Laurence Olivier was Moriarty. Probably the greatest actor of all time, actually. So he said, but you always said that story was false, that Leonard Nimoy was, you know.
Well, the first thing you have to know is that everybody who's ever had anything to do with Star Trek writes a memoir.
Right.
Including yours truly, by the way, on sale at your local. It's called The View from the Bridge. Memories of Star Trek and a Life in Hollywood, Viking Press, Penguin, paperback, and on Kindle if you do that sort of thing. And not to be confused with the Arthur Miller play, A View from the Bridge. I thought I was being funny, but nobody made the distinction, and people would say, you wrote A View from the Bridge? My God, a fantastic fucking play. Anyway, Leonard writes his memoir, and of course, mine came out last, or last at that point. So Leonard comes out, and I immediately go to the index. That's where you...
You better subscribe to this channel before you look uncool.